Hey fellows, welcome back to another installment of a Norsden Lantaniso special with the F-104 Starfighter. Hopefully you guys remember that amazing trip up to 100,000 feet, the Zoom climb in, I believe it was the F-104S Starfighter. I had some fun. We got like number 5th on the all-time altitude records. But is that good enough? Of course not. This is Norsden land. What have you been smoking? So anyway, we have retrofitted the F-104 Starfighter to become the NF-104 SuperStarfighter. Basically, what we did was we modified the exhaust system so that the, or rather the intake system so that the cylinder, what is it? No. Turbine inlet temperature, compressor inlet temperature, to be able to sustain Mach values up to 2.5, and we just decided to add a rocket engine to the back of the F-104 Starfighter, or I'm sorry, Super Starfighter, because why not? So we're going to go out and we're going to try and get that #1 record of all time. So let's get started. So we're actually sitting in the F-104 Super Starfighter right now, and what you'll notice is that everything has already been started up. There's none of that procedural stuff. We don't really go for that stuff anymore. Now it's just kind of, so-and-so, start my ship up. And they're like, okay, I will start your ship up so that you can go and break an altitude record. And I'm going to give the guy credit for doing it. So here it is from the outside. Looks a little bit different now. Obviously the labeling is real life, not Norsden land, but that's fine. It's still an F-104 Starfighter nonetheless. And so basically we can go ahead and take off now. If you can read it, this thing is kind of blocking it, but oh shoot, the button's blocked. Hang on a second. Okay, it was messed up, then I fixed it, then it was messed up again, now I fixed it. So anyway, these buttons work now. And what you might be able to see here, oh whoops, hang on a second. There we go. Now you should be able to see it. This is knots equivalent airspeed here, so we have knots displayed, and this is our G meter right here. So that actually shows up nicely against the black and blue background, so that's excellent. So we're started up now, so we can go ahead and take off. And we go for thrust full power. 9, 8, and afterburner!
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff.
Okay, and we're off. We should cut afterburner now. Put the gear up. The guy who designed this add-on did a great job, but it's too bad that he doesn't have the panel in there. I mean, I would be alright if it had no functionality, but just, I mean, it doesn't really feel like I'm in the Starfighter so much. Flaps up. Okay, we had a little bit of loss of lift there, so I'm going to go back into a little bit of afterburner until orbiter has finally caught up with the physics, and we should be able to go out of afterburner there. And now we're going to climb to about 8 kilometers, and alright, we seem to have a stable configuration there. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we're going to climb to 8 kilometers, and we're going to cruise out by about 150 kilometers away from the base. So this is, so if we somehow run into trouble, we will, and flame out, and we can't, well, we will flame out, but if we can't recover, we'd be in trouble, except for the fact that we're going to be over the base. So we can land just fine, no problems there. So after that, we're going to turn back towards here, and we're going to accelerate right out to Mach 2.2, 2.5 at about 9 or so kilometers. And then once we're there, we're going to rotate about 20 degrees nose up, holding Mach 2.2 to 2.5. And then when we hit 12 kilometers, which is, I believe, 36,000 feet, we are going to sharply pull up on the joystick to give us about a 14-degree angle of attack, and then 3.5 Gs on the G meter to execute a zoom climb. And yes, we are doing a zoom climb, in case I haven't mentioned that. That's the whole point of this thing, is to take an altitude record for myself. The number 1, because we already have the number 5. And then we go up to about 70 degrees nose up, but at 45 degrees, we light something I like to call a rocket engine. And we just keep going up and up and up and up and up. And we'll lose the power to the engines, and eventually the rocket will run out of fuel, and then we'll peak. We're actually going to go so high that we've also retrofitted the Starfighter with its own reaction control system, because we're going so darn high that it's not possible to control ourselves using air flight control services. So when I get up there, we're going to allow some RCS rotation to take place. And when that's taken care of, we will be at apogee, and then we have to angle for about a 15-degree angle of attack so that we get a successful re-entry. If we don't do that, we will go into a death spin and not recover and not be able to eject because we're going too high and too fast. So that won't be fun. Then we hold re-entry until we gain control of the air flight control services via the engine turning back on again. And when that's taken care of, we have successfully gotten into the airstream, and then it's just about pulling up to recover, and then that's basically it. So, I guess now it's just about scanning the nav beacons until we can figure out how far out that we need to go. That 120 or so kilometers that we need so that we can get back to the base and burn off our extra fuel, which is making us much more heavy than we should be. So yeah, I think 150 kilometers or so would be good. Why am I scanning? I know this one. It's 112.70. Boom. Got it. I'm getting good at this. Actually, we should have just done this a little bit earlier. There we go. Now we can keep an eye on how far out we are. Alright, so basically nothing happens between now and the start of the zoom climb. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop the video now until we've turned around and we're ready to execute the zoom climb. Well, we're going to accelerate and then do the zoom climb. So see you then. Okay, so here we are on the turn. So after this, it'll be time to go into full afterburner, and then we accelerate, and then we say screw the atmosphere, and then leave, and then return like a minute later. So basically what this is a very short and lower version of the very first space mission that we did, Beach 3. Or I should say manned, because obviously the F-104 is manned. Else what the heck would be the point of this? Okay, and maximum afterburner. 1.6. Mach 1.8. Listen to that sound. Oh my gosh. Mach 2. Mach 2.1, dynamic pressure is above 104 kilopascal. This is insane. We're just burning energy like we don't care. Good thing we had that exhaust intake modification. Okay, so now it's time to pitch up to 20 degrees, nice and easy. We want to stay above Mach 2 until we get to 20 degrees. Just nice and gentle. So I'm still in full afterburner. And there's 12 kilometers. I'm now pulling 3.5 Gs. We're beginning the zoom climb now. There's 45 degrees. Rocket! Passing about 66,000 feet. Now at 70 degrees, pitch up. I just had engine flame out. We're now windmilling. There's 30 kilometers. Okay, we've just had rocket flame out. We're now past our altitude record. RCS controls are now on. I'm maneuvering to keep the aircraft with the velocity vector. And if I do this right, it wouldn't need much RCS. Hmm. 36.54 apogee. Okay, I'm going to assume re-entry attitude now. There's 9 degrees angle of attack. It's 10 degrees, re-entry should be any moment now. Okay, here comes re-entry. Should be expecting relight fairly soon. Okay, engines relit. Coming out of afterburner. Pitching up now at 3 Gs. Throttling back. Okay, all is done now. And we can go ahead and deactivate the RCS system. And now, let's see if we've done it. And I'm coming up with 119,000 feet. And this concerns me because last I checked, 119,000 feet was not the highest an airplane has ever been. And I get 119,810. That's quite disturbing. I believe that there has been a Russian MiG plane up to 130-some thousand feet. This is disturbing news because we're trying to set the record, and obviously that might not be the record. So in that case,
you're clear to land.
I'm gonna have to refuel. Oh, you know what it is? We didn't burn off enough fuel. That's the problem.
2,500.
We burned hardly any fuel. So next time I'm going to fly using more afterburner, and I will show you guys the attempt. I'm going to land, refuel, and we'll pick up right where we get back to the time for takeoff, assuming I look up the numbers and we're off. If we are number one, well then I'll just go into celebratory,
1,000.
oh my gosh we did it mode, but I don't think that was the case. Alright, time to slow down.
$500. 400.
Alright, go away, I can't see.
300.
Oh cool! I didn't know they had
200.
feet marked here. We'll have to go see what that was.
100.
Flaps.
50.
Put gear down as well. There's a huge lift
50.
gain associated
40.
with the flaps.
30. 20. 10.
Come on, sweetness, hit the runway. Alright. Nice and easy. Alright, I'm gonna refuel, and then we'll be back. You know what? Screw refueling. The whole point of refueling was to get rid of all of our extra fuel. So, forget it.
We have commit and we have liftoff.
And as you had probably guessed by now, I have confirmed that we did not break the altitude record. That is still held by a guy by the name of Fedotov, with an absolute record of 123,520 feet in the Soviet prototype YE-266. So we did not break the record, but we came within 4,000 feet of it. And I'm laughing right now, knowing what's going to happen when I burn off all this fuel. There's no way we're not going to break this record now. We're probably going to shatter it by like 5,000 or 10,000 feet. This is ridiculous. See you guys on the flip side for the zoom climb number 2 attempt. Have I mentioned that I just absolutely love this plane? So apparently I've accidentally done a zoom climb already without even trying. Oh shoot, I hope we don't have an engine flame out. Oh no, we're not nearly high enough for that. We're only at 40,000 feet. We should be fine. Okay, here we are accelerating again. We're getting ready for it. This time I'm going to hide this so that we can see the foot marker there, so we can know what the official number is. And I've actually been holding the gas down for like the past 10 minutes or so, because of the amount of fuel that we need to burn off. Let's see, we're at Mach 2.17 now, 33,000 feet. We need to be moving faster, so let's try and get a little bit higher. Okay, we're almost at 12 kilometers, so we need to make our move now. All right, let's make our way to 20 degrees. Okay, there's 12. We're executing the 3.5G pull-up. Your record is Starfighter, Chow, YE266. You got something coming. Yes! Engine, 2.53. We need 3.5 Gs. We need 3.5. Come on. Give me more. Give me more. We're not going to do it unless we try harder. All right, let's go. Above 70,000 feet, we're going to lose the engine soon. 80, 83, 85,000 feet. Okay, we've lost the engine. We're now at 90,000 feet. Still got the rocket. Okay, crossing 100,000 feet. Rocket's about to go out. And there we go. Okay.
Rotation.
RCS system activated. Trying to keep a nose-up position now so that we still get a little bit of lift from whatever is left of the atmosphere. We have 120, 121,000, 122,000, 123,000. Yes, we have the record! Haha! Taste victory! We have the absolute world altitude record! See, and this is what I was talking about. I'm hardly having to use RCS here. We're above 130,000 feet with an altitude record of 131,350 feet. We've done it. F-104 SuperStarfighter is the highest flying jet of all time now in the world of Norsden land. My entire arm is going numb now from the excitement of this. This is ridiculous. Preparing for re-entry. Angle of attack is 8 degrees. Coming down below 110,000 feet now. Preparing for re-entry and relight. Okay, altitude stabilized at 11 degrees angle of attack. 80,000 feet, expecting re-entry, and we have relight. Okay, we had a quick flame out there for a little bit. We're at 2.2 Mach. Okay, we're fully gone now. All right, 3.5 Gs, holding 3.5 Gs. Okay, 3.5 G pull up. Reducing thrust. 10 degrees pitch. 5 degrees pitch. And we've recovered now at just under 40,000 feet. Thrust idle. And the Starfighter has now made the record books in the world of Norsden land. Was there ever any doubt? Okay, and now we'll just get turned around and prepared for landing. Which one of these did I take off from? I think I took off from the long one, which is, yeah, that one. Alright, we'll make for this one here, which is the one I took off on. Alright, I'm adding a little bit of thrust so that we get out of that weird howling range that you might remember from Flight Simulator. Alright, let's get a little bit more pitch up here. See, the thing is, we still have a third of our fuel. I'm imagining just what the heck this thing could do if you just waited to like the last drop of fuel before you executed the maneuver. It'd have to be absolute nuts. Well, that was a mite bit exciting.
You're clear to land.
Okay, let's get our flaps ready. When we're under 200 meters per second, we'll go ahead and put the flaps down.
2,500.
340, yeah, that's fine. According to the manual, that's close enough to what we had. Okay, and we'll start adding more thrust again, just like the real F-104 Starfighter. As soon as you put those flaps down, they help you with lift, but they sure take up a heck of a lot of drag. Okay, there's the runway, so I know where to do the maneuver. And for imaginary celebratory party on the ground, they're going to be super excited when I pull this trick.
1,000.
Oh, whoops. Reaction control system off. Yeah, we would not like to fry people on the ground. Okay, is it time? Almost.
500.
Okay, here's where we make our move. Gear down.
400. 300. 200. 100.
Okay, not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting a sharper turn and like to be like right here, but whatever. I mean, I'm totally alright with that.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Alright, Starfighter, you've been up to 130,000 feet, and here you go. Right
10.
back to a gentle touchdown right on the ground. Perfect. Alright, we did it! From the ground to 130-some thousand feet, the Starfighter has taken the world record for Norsden land. But not just any Starfighter, the F-104, the NF-104 SuperStarfighter. Join me next time for the test of the re-entry shield on Norsden land to Niso, episode 41? No, I think we did 41. Anyway, episode 42 is going to be the first episode in orbit, because 42 is the meaning of life and it has to do with the universe and everything else. So how natural would episode 42 be that we're the very first to get into orbit? So I'm going to go ahead and release our flaps now. And our work here is done. The highest altitude ever attained by an airplane has gone to the F-104 Starfighter now. And it belongs to Norsden land. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Until next time, bye.